Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. According to Marca, Man United submit 68 million bid to sign Frenkie de Jong. Barcelona accept Frenkie de Jong will leave. Frenkie de Jong has been at Barcelona since 2019. So he's been at Barcelona for around 3 years. He's under contract with Barcelona until 2026. Barcelona got him from Ajax. Barcelona paid around £65 million. Erik ten Hag wants a reunion with the player. Not so long ago, Frenkie de Jong came out and said that he enjoyed playing under Erik ten Hag. Recently, Frenkie de Jong told Man United he wants to play in a new position because he's unhappy with his current position at the moment. Frenkie de Jong is a versatile midfielder. Now, I want to give you some news on Darwin Núñez. So, Man United are set to miss out on Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez wants to move to Liverpool. Darwin Núñez has agreed personal terms with Liverpool on a 5-year contract. Newcastle were also in for him. Darwin Núñez at the moment plays for Benfica. He's under contract with Benfica until 2025. Benfica got him from Almeria. They paid a record fee of 20 million. There's a lot of players that Erik ten Hag wants to recommend to the club. Erik ten Hag's transfer budget has already been revealed. On the other side of things, ten Hag is going to get rid of a lot of players. We've seen quite a lot of players leave on free transfers recently. Juan Mata, he left on a free. Paul Pogba, he's leaving on a free. Cavani left. Matic has left. Matic will join Roma on a free transfer this summer. It said Matic will sign a contract until June 2023 with Roma with an option to extend for a further year. So Matic will be reuniting with Jose Mourinho. The other week, Jesse Lingard confirmed he'll be leaving Manchester United. Not so long ago, Fabrizio Romano said that Eric Bailly and Axel Tuanzebe are set to leave Man United this summer. The decision has been made. Not so long ago, Lee Grant retired. But more players, like I say, are set to leave the club. Dean Henderson, he's on his way out of Manchester United. Dean Henderson was closing in on the move to Newcastle. Dean Henderson is Man United's second choice goalkeeper. The season just gone, Dean Henderson only made 3 appearances. Tom Eaton, he's also on his way out of the football club. Tom Eaton is Man United's third choice goalkeeper as a backup. Man United got Tom Eaton on a free transfer from Villa in the summer of last year. Alex Telles, he's also on his way out of the football club. Telles has been poor for the last few months. Revert back to when we had Rangnick, Telles appeared to be our first choice left back. That's only because Luke Shaw hasn't been available. Man United got Telles from Porto back in 2020. Phil Jones, he's also on his way out of the club. Phil Jones is not one of our first choice centre halves, he's a backup. Phil Jones has made like 3 or 4 Premier League appearances since January 2020. At one point, Jones was out with a knee injury for a while. Phil Jones has endured 11 years at Manchester United, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. Harry Maguire, Man United definitely need to get rid of him. Harry Maguire is not good enough to represent the club. Throughout the course of the season just gone, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. Because he ain't a leader, but not so long ago, like I updated you, it said David De Gea is the leading contender to replace Harry Maguire as Man United captain. Not so long ago, De Gea won the Players' Player of the Year award for the 21-22 season. You know, De Gea was sensational, this season. He's regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in the world. But revert back to Maguire. Man United overpaid for him. Man United got him for 80 million. He's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive sign at the club. Maguire's been at Man United for around 3 years. Diego Dalot, I reckon he'll leave next year. Dalot has been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. Under Alf Rangnick, Diego Dalot was our first choice right back. At one point, Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan, and reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Man United got Dalot from Porto, brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be leaving the club. Revert back before the Palace game, it said Aaron Wan-Bissaka will be allowed to leave Man United this summer. He says Man United were offering Aaron Wan-Bissaka to clubs. At least one club had been in for him. I heard that Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be making a return to Crystal Palace. Bissaka was not our first choice right back under Rangnick. Defensively, most of the time Bissaka's good, but the attacking side of his game is not so good. Bissaka has endured 3 full seasons at Man United. Man United got him from Crystal Palace, got him in a deal worth £50 million. Anthony Martial, Man United are looking to get rid of him permanently. He's out on loan, was out on loan, with Sevilla, the season just gone. And next year, players will leave Manchester United. We've got players' contracts that do expire next year. You've got Luke Shaw's contract that expires next year. If Luke Shaw doesn't pick up form and doesn't stop getting injuries, I reckon he's going to leave the club. Revert back to earlier on this year, Luke Shaw came out and said that he prefers playing for England than Man United. Luke Shaw's been a long-serving player at Man United. He's been at the club for around 8 years. I think the best season he endured was the season before the one just gone. You've got Dalot's contract that expires next year. David De Gea's contract expires next year, but he won't be leaving the club next year, De Gea. Jones's contract expires next year. Marcus Rashford's contract expires next year. Ronaldo's contract expires next year. Ronaldo could leave Man United next year, but I don't think he'll leave this year. Well, he won't leave this year because Ronaldo has already said that he wants to stay at Manchester United. Ronaldo wants to play under Ten Hag, and not so long ago Ten Hag came out and said that he wants Ronaldo to stay at the club. Not so long ago, Ronaldo won the Goal of the Season award. He also got named as the Matt Busby Player of the Year for the 21-22 season. Ronaldo missed Man United's final game against Crystal Palace due to a hip injury. Ronaldo's contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option to extend for the further year. Ronaldo's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He earns £480,000 a week. Man United re-signed Ronaldo in the summer of last year from Juventus. Since Ronaldo re-signed, he's got 18 goals in the Premier League and he's got 24 goals in all competitions. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. So there you go, and next year I reckon that Fred will be on his way out of the club. Scott McTominay, he could leave if he doesn't pick up form. I think there's a good chance Victor Lindelof will be departing the club next year. Rashford could be leaving as well next year, so there you go. As you all know, Erik Ten Hag is Manchester United's manager. Revert back to earlier on this year, it got officially announced that Erik Ten Hag got appointed in as the new manager of Man United. Erik Ten Hag replaced Ralf Rangnick. Erik Ten Hag is under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option to extend for a further year. Erik Ten Hag attended Manchester United's final game against Crystal Palace. Don't forget, Mitchell van der Gaag and Steve McLaren are working alongside Ten Hag at Man United. Ten Hag is Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. It's good that Ten Hag is experiencing the Premier League. Hopefully at Man United he can replicate what he did at Ajax, because you've got to admire the work he did at Ajax. He won Eredivisie titles, he won Dutch Cups, and revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. You know, Ten Hag was the Ajax manager for around 5 years. Not so long ago, Ralf Rangnick left Manchester United. So reflecting on that, it said Rangnick will not take up the consultancy role at Man United. Earlier on this year, it got officially announced that Ralf Rangnick got appointed in as the new manager of Austria. Rangnick signed a 2-year deal. Ralf Rangnick was Manchester United's interim manager for around 5 months. He endured 1 transfer window as Manchester United's interim manager. Unfortunately, didn't get backed in this year's January transfer window. Revert back to earlier on this year, Ralf Rangnick made changes because he recommended Ewan Sharpen as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. And before, Ralf Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. As you all know, Man United did lose their final game against Crystal Palace 1-0 at Selhurst Park. Despite the loss though, Man United are in the Europa League for the upcoming season, and Man United did finish 6th last season. Man United enjoyed their worst ever Premier League season. In terms of points, Man United finished on just 58 points. You know, as things stand, Manchester United have not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Man United have only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. You know, we won 3 trophies under Jose Mourinho. That was the Europa League, the EFL Cup and the Community Shield. Man United won the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal. And the last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. That's almost 10 years ago now. The 4 permanent managers Man United have sacked since Ferguson. Man United sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and in November last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like I say, I hate the way the football club has been run for a long time. We've got to get the Glazers out of Man United because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. You know, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers, and the protesting will persist until the Glazers are out of the club. The Glazers have owned Man United for a long time. They've owned the club for around 17 years. They bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.